I'm Marc Danziger, and I'm an Agile coach. I'm here to give a lightning talk on coaching upward, coaching executives, managers, and leaders. So my definition of done is I want to present out some issues that I perceive in our overall practice in coaching upward. I want to lay out some approaches to solutions, not concrete sort of PowerPoint deck workshop class solutions. And I want to ideally spark some thinking in you all about how do I personally deal with this issue of coaching upward, of coaching more senior people in organizations. If I can do those things, I think I've succeeded, so hopefully I have, and let me know if I did or didn't, please. What are the issues? I see four foundational issues in the practice of Agile coaching upward. First, that we as internal and external change agents and coaches are usually not invited to coach leaders. They hire us to make other people change. And typically our relationship with them is as an implementer of a decision they have made that those people will be agile, rather than somebody who they've brought in to make them ideally be more agile. We don't always have the authority or credibility to coach them. They don't always take us as seriously as they would need to, I think, to benefit from the work that we do. We don't have in our practices solid rubrics. We don't have solid playbooks for how we would go and would support change in people who operate at those levels. We have some PowerPoint slides and a couple ideas and some bullet points and some great conversation, but that's about as deep as I think it typically goes. And finally, what is to me the elephant in the room is that many people in the Agile community are deeply ambivalent about the notion of leadership at all. And they see their kind of path towards agility as being devolving the leader's role into the people who are actually doing the work. So what are the approaches that I'm suggesting for each of these? In terms of getting the invitation, what I really believe strongly is that we have to shift what we do and the way we talk about what we do from installing Agile. We're not backing the Agile truck up and unloading it into this organization, to solving the organization's perceived and real problems using our skills in Agile. And I really am moving kind of my own conversation with clients and with folks that I'm working with away from Agile maturity as sort of an end or a goal to problem solving and outcome changes as the end and goal, and Agile maturity is the means to get to that end. And I find that when I do, the invitations and the nature of the conversations are very different. We tend to be experts on Agile methods and practices, but for many of us, our delivery experience is shallow. We need to have the ability to really understand and empathize with people who are facing very challenging delivery problems on a daily basis in order to gain their trust and to have them look to us to be their guide in the journey they need to go on. I say all the time, and I'm joking a little bit, but not entirely, that it would be great for Agile coaches to take sabbaticals every couple years and spend 6 or 9 months in a delivery role and improve their delivery chops and their empathy for the people doing delivery in that way. We need to recruit people who have deeper delivery experience, and we need to respect delivery experience where we see it and where we find it. We have highly, highly developed patterns for teams and teams of teams and role players in teams and work definition in Agile. That stuff works. It's been done. It's a path that's well trod. We don't have a similar path for helping leaders be better leaders in the context of agility, and we need to develop one. A lot of developing it, I think, is going to involve reaching out to the broader management theory, management training community, and really understanding what the current state of play is in that world, and both bringing the Agile flavor that we can to that mix and pulling what they know into our practices. We can't invent this and stand on our own. And finally, we're ambivalent about management itself. We're in a place where we need to decide if we're here to make incremental changes or if we want to revolutionize organizations and implement holacracy. I think that if the latter is your goal, it's going to be very difficult to gain the trust of managers. And I think that we need to come up with a clear picture in our own heads of what we think good agile leadership looks like, and I would encourage each of us to do that. I'd love to know what you think of this. I hope it's been useful. Thanks for all the time. Marc Danziger is over.